let's quickly pause it and go wash our hands. Hey Larperinos, Avi from Of Science and Swords. Thanks to our lovely Prime Minister's advice, every job's essential, so I'm still at work, and to avoid going stir-crazy and murdering his own parents, Josh has actually decided to come into work as well.
Yay.
Let's put him to good use, and with appropriate social distancing, which I will maintain by threatening to cut you with the It's all a little bit insane at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. We've received an Epic Armoury order. It was our December order, and it's finally arrived in April. Thanks, quarantine. Shields are today's theme, which is why we're in front of the shield wall. So now let's open some of these fantastic new shields from Epic Armoury whilst maintaining an appropriate social distance. Josh, if you'd be so kind as to hand me the first shield. Thank you very much. I'd like to point out to everybody that we did wash our hands. This is the new Epic Armoury Drow shields. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about Drow and LARP vis-a-vis blackface over the years, and my favorite interpretation to have come out of all of this is that the Drow are actually from down under. All of your Drow fully talk like this, mate. Gotta make sure that he slams back a couple of tinnies. So, Drow shield, black, gold trim, lovely Stygian design. I really like that. What do you reckon that's going to be? That's clearly some sort of eye, right? This entire section is actually quite smooth and flat. That's really cool. It does have your standard dry position grip, which Epic Armoury is very, very fond of doing. It allows you to have the shield as a crossways shield or as a down shield. We should possibly test out this shield on camera. Josh, rather than do the standard test that I was talking about before we started filming, what I'd like you to do is pass me that brand new weapon.
This one.
Yes, that's the one.
Big fight.
Thank you. Single-bladed long axe. I've been looking forward to this for so long, ever since the old orc axe was discontinued, and I was like, but Epic Armoury, what are people going to do for their rugged, evil-looking axes? So evil. And they brought out the single-bladed axe, and I was like, but Epic Armoury, that axe head is absolutely stonkingly huge. It belongs on a significantly larger axe. And that is how corporate synergy works. Oh yeah, this is everything I want it to be.
It's so nice.
So, as you can see, that's the length difference. And now I will maintain social distancing. This is a really, really well thought out weapon. Checking on the inside, it does have the reinforcement tape, as all Epic Armoury axes have now. Grip like this and strike up as well. Man, the weighting is so choppy. It wants to decapitate people. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to hook your shield and see if I can bring you a little bit closer. Okay, I can't because they're both brand new weapons and they slid right off each other thanks to all the silicon.
Yay!
But the axe itself is fine. Let's try just over the top. So if you can bring the shield up a little bit further. Oh wow. So hopefully you guys got to see that on camera. This just bends straight to the side, but that was still fine. So that's actually really good in terms of durability. The Epic Armoury weapons are not actually designed to be used to hook and grab. They are designed so that they will not be destroyed when you accidentally hook and grab. So if you were to continue pulling, this would admittedly tear the axe. However, the fact that it survived is actually pretty good for durability. Now let's test both the axe head durability and the shield. How's that for the impact?
Wasn't bad. Bit of the end of the shield flicked across, but even then, that didn't transfer much of the force.
So the shield itself, nice and sturdy, not gonna give way?
Same normal grip, like it's good, consistent.
Nice. Alrighty, let's check out some of the other shields that Epic Armoury have provided us with. Ever since we got rid of the Crusader shields, we've had a whole bunch of people asking us for, appropriate designs for which they can scream Deuce Volte. That has just as many problems inherent with it as the whole Drow package. We try to not get too involved in that, but we also try to give the customers what they specifically ask for. Much like the new Viking shields, you've got that lovely wood pattern going on. I don't know if you can actually see it, but this is actually textured into the paint. So when you run your fingers along it, you can actually feel the knots and the walls inside of the wood texture of the paint. I'm just loving the aged, distressed look to it, and I really, really wish that maybe we even had a couple of the battle-worn sort of shields, much like we've got with the battle-worn swords. Unlike the new Viking shields, We do not have that going all the way on the back, but we do have, once again, the tri-position grip. I'm just gonna hold it like that, and Josh, I want you to sort of run in and you get to hit the boss.
Eh?
All right.
I'm using the axe. Oh, she's nice.
Right? How nice is that axe?
That is such a good...
No, sirrah! Have mercy! Ooh. Yeah, don't hit the case. That's full of expensive stuff. I don't know if you quite noticed it when the axe was hitting the shield as you were holding it, but it sort of flops over the top and almost flicked me in the face. Ooh. So, no, it's fine. You know, what's a work day if you don't get to hit the boss?
Yeah, I mean, realizing other stuff in this is always fun.
That's right.
Just stuff and not realize.
This shield is a sort of classic wood design, much like the older Crusader shields. Got this lovely wood texture going on. Unlike the other Crusader shield that I showed you, this texture is actually quite flat. Running your finger along it, you don't feel it at all. However, if you look in nice and close, it does actually look quite realistic. The shape of it is significantly more triangular, as whilst it still has the tri-position grip, I have a feeling that this shield is meant to be used much more actively, further out from the body than the others. It's not really a shield you can hide behind, it's definitely a shield for engagements. This is the cross of St. James, who is actually the patron saint of Spain, and also, oddly enough, veterinarians. So if you've got this shield, you can either talk in the silly accent, or you have to be nice to beastmen and scavens. Another one of the 50 by 70 Crusader shields. However, this one has a bit of different symbology on it. Fantastic if you need to have a variety of legions or allegiances or factions within your roving band of Crusaders. It's sort of like a Maltese cross going on, but I'm not certain what it's called once you've got the circle on it. So this would go fantastically if you're doing like just a standard Warhammer cosplay and you want to be a Sigmarite, or anyone who's vaguely in that submit to order or die, heretic scum sort of warband. As with all of the shields that I've been showing you so far today, tri-position grip. Next up, we've got another one of the Swordcraft max size shields, 90 by 60. This is the Red Templar shields, just the max size version of the one that I've just shown you. We've again got that Maltese cross with the circle, but this time, once again, much like the first shield we demonstrated today, you've got the lovely wood texture going on. Unfortunately, it does not go through to the back, but you do have the tri-position grip once again. Still that wonderful, firm, epic armory foam throughout. So this is a shield that's really going to serve you well on the front lines of any crusade against heretics, rooting out chaos, or just generally oppressing dwarves. Oh, I think this is the one that everyone in the north really wanted to see, and then when I was like, it's too large for Swordcraft's rules, interest dropped off immediately. This is another one of the Norman teardrop shield, this one being the wolf design. I must admit, I never quite managed to get a hang of how to use these shields correctly. The funny thing about a shield is that to use it as more than just something to cower behind actually takes some proper training, and there's a real reason for that teardrop shape, and it's to keep that 1 foot forward with the one arm back. I'm really liking the design. My only issue with it is because it is applied by airbrush, it kind of looks like a graffiti stencil, and it's still really cool, but a graffiti stencil, in my honest opinion, is not very, well, period accurate. Unfortunately, I don't think hand painting these in a mass production facility such as Epic Armoury is really going to happen, which is a little bit of a pity because it would add just an absolutely brilliant look to it. And I love, love, love the concept art. I just think stencil needs to be tightened up a lot more. The other thing about the shield is that this is actually a bit of a false boss. So if I turn it around, we once again have the tri-position grip. There's no punch grip behind it. So the boss realistically would be indicating a punch grip. Holding it in a punch grip fashion, if it was a vertical held punch grip, would possibly make the shield even easier to use in its correct fashion. That's not really any of my concern, because the games that I play and the vast majority of games I sell to, this shield is unfortunately oversized. But it would make such a cool piece in the living room. For those of you playing along at home, You will remember that Epic Armoury recently did the big international launch of the Stronghold range, and one of the very first blades revealed in the Stronghold was the Marauder. The Marauder was accompanied by this absolutely sick-looking suit of armor, which is intended to be produced eventually. Unfortunately, with the whole COVID-19 pandemic, there's going to be some time until the armor itself is available. However, the shield from that set is already here. So chaotic. This is the new Marauder shield to go with the sword. So evil. So as you can see, we've actually got a nice, not copyright infringing at all, 8-pointed star going on. As I was saying before, it'd be really cool if we had shields that had a bit of a battle-worn look. Well, the Marauder has. It's got a couple of slashes through it. I reckon maybe like a couple of piercing marks added to it in the redevelopment stage. This is another 60 by 90 shield, so it does conform with the Swordcraft size maximum for shields. It is another tri-position grip. You will be able to handle it with a fair bit of comfort depending on your personal preference. The cool design work does not carry around to the back, but that just means that you're not going to ruin anything when you put in your nice little chaos bag of tricks. For instance, 5 little slots for your throwing knives. Ooh, you could put a little mount there for a dagger or band gun. Last but not least, we have a circular design shield for you guys, just because we know so many of you actually really do prefer the circle shields. This one is another one of the Viking-y type designs, a design that a lot of you were very, very eager to see once we announced that they were going to be a thing. This one is Odin's Ravens. Unlike all of the other shields that I've shown you today, this one is a punch grip shield. It also has the wood texture going all the way throughout. And we've got a really, really sturdy construction going on. So we've got the Hugin and Moonin stencil going on this lovely, lovely wood texture. The lovely deep blue background, which I guess is sort of meant to be a kind of woad color, with this white cross going through it that almost reminds me of the Scottish flag, weirdly enough. And then we've got the ravens, Odin's ravens, stenciled in this really, really strong red going on both sides. I really, really do enjoy these new punch grip shields. They feel very sturdy, and they're actually like soft enough that I don't ever have to worry about accidentally shield bashing someone, which is a thing. I get very, very excited on field. I'm really sorry to that guy I accidentally shield bashed with a wood shield the other week. It was the very first time I've ever actually had a wood shield. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for all of the new shields and the one new weapon. God, I love that axe.
It's so nice.
Stupid coronavirus and no wage coming in. Please buy things.
I have to feed my cat, please.
So that's it from us here at Of Science and Swords. Josh is now going to attempt to use that axe to enforce proper social distancing. Josh, you want to see him out in the line?
Yeah, what? We'll see you on the battlefield.
You're gonna threaten him with the axe. We will socially distance you on the battlefield.